Bloomberg, quoting sources familiar with the matter, reported that global investors and Sri Lankan officials are expected to hold a second round of talks aimed at restructuring $12 billion in defaulted global bonds later this month. A group of bondholders known as a steering committee and government representatives came away from the first round of negotiations in Europe in late March without a deal. The sources that Bloomberg quoted revealed that they plan to continue the discussions around the International Monetary Fund's spring meetings in Washington, D.C., which will start on the 15th of April. Further sources added that government officials and global bondholders have discussed the issuance of macro-linked bonds as part of the restructuring. Those securities which link bond payouts to the performance of Sri Lanka's gross domestic product were discussed during the first round of talks as well. Meanwhile, recently, the International Monetary Fund expressed their strong expectation that the island nation will reach a deal with its commercial creditors by the completion of the IMF's second review.
Macroeconomic policy reforms in Sri Lanka are starting to bear fruit. Commendable outcomes include rapid disinflation, robust reserve accumulation, and initial signs of economic growth while preserving stability of the financial system. Public finances have strengthened following substantial fiscal reforms, and it is critical that this reform momentum be continued. The next steps on the debt restructuring are to conclude the negotiations with external commercial creditors and to implement agreements in principle with official creditors. The domestic debt operations, part of the debt restructuring, are largely completed, and there is a strong expectation that agreements with commercial creditors consistent with program parameters will be reached by completion of the second review.